Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'm going to be showing how to draw Broly from Dragon Ball Super. Now we're going to get started in the center of our page with the eyes. So let's move over to the left side and draw on the lower part of the brow. Starting from the outside, we're going to draw an angled line coming down and then in. Let's leave a gap in the center and draw the same thing on the right. So we're going to line this up, draw that angled line going up and then out. From the inside, we're going to draw two short lines going straight up. Now let's move to the side and just flatten off the end of the eyebrow. Starting on the left, we're going to draw a short angled line going up and in. Do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to taper the top of the eyebrow coming down and in. So we're going to come down at an angle, right down toward the bottom. Let's connect these 2 points with a curve coming down the center and then back up. Now we're going to tuck the eyes in underneath the eyebrow. Starting from the inside corner, we're going to draw a curve going up and then down. And then from here, we're going to draw two angled lines going up and out underneath the eyebrow. We're going to leave a little overlap on the outside. Let's add a little bit of shading underneath the eyes. So we're going to step down, draw a curve. Just follow that same curve of the eye, just underneath. Now in the center, we're going to step down and draw the nose. So underneath this frown line, we're going to leave a little gap, draw a straight line coming down towards the tip of the nose. Now we're going to flare out towards the left and then the right. Now we're going to connect the center line with the side on the left with a straight line. Let's continue moving down with the mouth. From the left side, we're going to curve down just underneath the tip of the nose and back up on the right. Come down with a straight line down the sides of the mouth. Now we're going to connect these 2 points with that same curve, coming down and then up. Let's add in the top row of teeth. On the left side, we're going to step down, just draw that same curve going across. Do the same thing with the bottom. We're going to step up, draw that same curve. Now let's add the top of the tongue. Starting from the left corner of the teeth on the bottom, I'm going to curve up towards the middle and then down on the right. Let's fill those outside areas in black. Now I'm going to move to the outside and draw the sides of the head. So from the top corner of the eye, we're going to step out, draw a straight angled line coming down and in towards the jaw. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now from the jaw, we're going to curve down and in towards the chin, just underneath the mouth. Come down at an angle, and then we'll just round out the chin. And work our way back up towards the right side. Now we're going to move back up and draw on the hair. We're going to start in the center, right in the center middle point. We're going to curve up and out towards the left. Go back to the center and curve up and out towards the right. Now we're going to bring the hair down over the side of the head. So from the left side, we're going to curve out, and we're just going to go over that line on the side of the head right here. Do the same thing on the right, curving out, over that line, and then down. Now from the end of the hair, we're going to taper this back up towards the top. Starting down here, we're going to go out, and bring that up just above this point. Then we're going to angle down and in. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the tip, curving out, so it tapers up towards the top. And we're going to angle this down and in. Now I'm going to show a little bit of the hair underneath the hairline. So from this top point, we're going to step down. We're going to follow that same curve, coming in and then down. Do the same thing on the right side. Now let's do that again. We're going to step out. Now we're going to curve up this time, underneath the hair. We'll do that one more time, stepping out, curve up and out. Now we want to accentuate the brow line. So starting from the top of this line, we step up, curve up and out, and then on top of the right line, we'll curve up and out towards the right. Let's continue drawing in the hair. In between these two lines, we're going to step up in the middle, start with a point. Now from this point, I'm going to curve out and over towards the left. Back to the center, we'll curve out and over towards the right. Now we're going to curve in the opposite direction. From the left side, we're going to start by going out towards the left and just pull it up. Now let's taper this back down in behind the front hair. Starting on the left, we'll come down and just curve that in. Let's add in that center spike. From this point here, we're gonna step out. We're gonna curve this over towards right, going out and then up. Now we're gonna taper this back down on the right side, coming down. Let's add 2 more spikes on the side. So about halfway down this curve, we'll curve up and out towards the left. Now I'm gonna bring this back down towards this line. Come down and then in. We're gonna take that and flip it over on the right. So let's line this up, curving out and up towards the right. Now we're gonna taper this back down towards the bottom. Let's add 2 spikes along the side. About halfway down this line, curve down and then back up. Now we're gonna line this up on the right side and do the same thing. Coming down and then up. And again, we're gonna pull this down in behind the front bang. Starting on the left, we'll come down and then in. Let's layer another set of spikes in behind. So from this point, we're gonna step out, curve down, and then out towards the left. Let's line this up on the right. Curve down and out. Now we're gonna pull this back in behind this curve. Come down, then across. Now this is where we want to tuck in the ears behind the hair. Starting from this top point, we're gonna curve out and just pull that back in behind. Now we're just gonna continue this curve coming in with a short line. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from this point, we're gonna curve out, then in, draw a short line coming in. Now we wanna overlap the earrings. From this point, we wanna overlap 2 straight lines coming down. Cap off the top with a curve going up and down. Now we're gonna draw the bottom, curve in the opposite direction. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start with those 2 lines, cap off the top with a curve, and then the bottom. Now we're going to finish the curve of the ear in behind the earring, right towards the side of the head. Now we're going to add another large spike curving down in behind the ear. So we're going to start on the side of the ear on the left, curve out and then down. Do the same thing on the right side. Now we're just going to pull this back in behind the head, curving up and then in behind the jaw. Let's add 1 smaller spike. From this point, curve out and down, and then we'll taper that back in behind the head. All right, so now that we completed the head, let's continue working now with the body. I'm gonna start with the collar first. So directly below the chin, we're gonna step down, start with a point. From this point, we're gonna curve out and up underneath the head on the left. Go back to the center, curve up and out underneath the head on the right. Now right in the center, we're gonna add a circle. Let's draw on the sides of the body. From the top of the collar, we're gonna step down and in, curve out, and then down towards the left hip, and curve out and down towards the right hip. Now let's draw on the top of the sash. So from here, we're gonna curve up, and then down in the center. We'll curve up, and then back down on the right side. Let's add some muscles to the body. On the left side, we're gonna leave a gap and draw a curve going up in the middle and back down on the right side. Let's add the stomach muscles. From the center, we're gonna step down, curve down and out towards the left. Now from the top, we're gonna step down, curve in the opposite direction. We'll do that 1 more time, leaving a gap, curve down and out, step down, curve over towards the right. Now on the sides of the chest, we're gonna add 2 small circles. 1 on the left, and 1 on the right. We're going to continue working down with the stash. In the center, I'm going to curve out and down towards the left, and then the right. Now from the bottom, we're going to curve out and around in towards the hip. Start on the left side, curving around, and then back in. And do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to draw on the lower edge of the belt. From this point, I'm going to step up, curve down and up on the right. In the center, let's add another circle. Now from the side of the sash, we're going to draw 2 curves coming down the side of the leg. So from the edge of this curve, we're going to curve out and then down. Now from the left side, we're going to curve across and up underneath the left side of the belt. Go across, and then we'll just pull that up. And then on the left side, we're going to tuck this in underneath, curving across and then up in the center. Now we're going to add that flap that comes down the middle. So on the left side, we're going to draw a short line coming down. Do the same thing on the right. We'll connect these 2 points with a straight line. Let's go in and add some wrinkles. From that center point, I'm going to curve up and out towards the left. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now underneath the belt, we're going to curve down and out towards the left. And then from this seam, curve in the opposite direction towards the left. Let's add 2 lines, one on the left and then one on the right. Now we're going to tuck the pants in underneath the sash. Starting from the lower point on the left side, we step in, we're going to curve down, and then up underneath the center flap. Leaving a gap in the center, we'll do the same thing on the right. Curving down, and then up on the right. Now let's tuck the feet in underneath the pant. On the left side, on the inside edge, we're going to angle down and out towards the left, and then the right side. Now we're going to round out the bottom of the feet. From the heel to toe, we'll curve down and then up. Now from the toe, we're going to draw the top of the foot. We're going to curve up. I'm going to curve this out, aiming towards the heel. We'll stop right about there. Now I'm going to curve in the opposite direction in towards the inside of the leg. Let's do the same thing on the right. Curving the top of the foot, aiming towards the heel, and we'll curve in the opposite direction towards the inside of the leg. And then from the top of the foot, we're going to draw a straight line going up underneath the pant on both sides. Now let's add that toe cap coming in towards the sole. So from the top of the foot, we're going to curve in and down, leaving a small gap. Follow the same curve of the foot going in towards the heel. Do the same thing on the right. Now let's move back up and draw on the arms. We're going to start about halfway down the side of the body, curve out and down towards the wrist on the left, and then the right. Now back on the left side, we're going to start with a thumb. We'll start with a small half circle. At the end of the thumb, we'll draw a bracket. At the bottom curve of the thumb, we come down and up around that bracket. We're going to add 2 more fingers. Stepping down, curve down and up the second finger. Now the third finger, we're going to just go up and in towards the shoulder, so right about there. Let's do the same thing on the right, starting with the thumb, and then a bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, we'll come down and up around the bracket, step down, curve down and up the second finger, and then the third finger, we go all the way up and line up with the shoulder on the left. Now we're going to bump out the shoulder. Starting on the left side, we're going to start by going up and then curving in behind the head. Let's finish this off with the bracelet. From the inside of the wrist, we're going to curve up and back down on the outside of the arm. We'll step up and draw that same curve coming in. Do the same thing on the right. Starting from the wrist, curve up and down, step up, curve the top of the bracelet, and that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Broly from Dragon Ball Super. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.